Everybody, it's Scott Casper, Tony Hager. This is Takedown Wrestling. And today we celebrate the birthday of the other Showtime. Yeah, you've heard people refer to me as Showtime, but perhaps the better one that wears it a little more comfortably is Showtime. Kyven Gadson, how are you?
I'm doing well, Scott. 23 years old, and I feel good.
Happy
I feel
birthday.
real blessed.
Today, on your birthday, we put you firmly, squarely, comfortably in the Nike hot seat, and we're going to be discussing your future in the sport, where once upon a time, after the NCAA championships, the 2015 edition, you said, I'm done with wrestling. That's it. I don't want to wrestle anymore. Your body is now healthy. Your mind is reset. What would you like to announce today?
Today I'm going to announce that I will be training as an Olympic hopeful through the Cyclone Wrestling Club out of Ames, Iowa, at the 97-kilogram weight class.
At 97 kilos, so that's 213.4, is that right?
Yes, sir, 213.4.
So about 17 pound difference. Huh? About 17
yeah, a little bit
pound
heavier.
difference. Yeah, a little bit heavier. That's all right, though. That means you're going to be a little more comfortable. I think during the trials, you have to make that weight, but the balance of time, you need to be around, what, 218?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. So I'm excited about it. I think I'll be a little bit stronger, bigger, faster, all that. So I think my weight training and my lifting is gonna help me become a little bit bigger and things like that, more explosive.
Kyven, let's break it down. How did the conversation with Coach Jackson go? Did he bring it up to you? Did he wait for you to come to him? Or how did the whole thing happen?
He waited for me to come to him. He knew that if it was on my heart to wrestle again, that it would come to me. And so he just kind of laid back. I think some other people were trying to pressure me a little bit more. But, he just kind of laid back, waited for me to come to him, and I went and watched the fireworks on July 3rd at Jack Trice. And when I was leaving, I just texted Coach and was like, hey, can you get me into the stadium tomorrow? I'm going to start training. So, the first day of training was Independence Day on July 4th. Hit the stadium with some of the guys. And, I don't know a better way to start your training than, on Independence Day. So
the birthday of our country and the rebirth of one Kyven Gadson. It all started on the 4th of July, but today, the date of your birth, we make the announcement, July 9th. Put it on your books, ladies and gentlemen. This is the birthday of one Kyven Gadson, and today he makes the announcement he will return to wrestling and seek the 213.4 or 97 kilo berth at the Olympic trials, hopefully with an opportunity to wrestle and win that opportunity to wrestle in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Tony Hager joins us now. Tony, this is big news.
Yeah, this is big news just because you were on Takedown Radio when we were obviously disappointed after the fireworks went off and down in St. Louis, and this is great news for Iowa State fans and Americans that they're going to be able to see you compete, especially seeing Kyle Snyder take this weight class, and you took him down and pinned him pretty quickly. Was this time off from wrestling practice, did you just feel like you missed it? Something was missing in your life?
I don't know if it was something that was missing, but what I felt was a more relaxed Kyven. I was really relaxed. I got to go in the restroom probably 3 weeks after while the guys were getting ready for trials, and there was just a sense of calmness that I hadn't felt in a while in the wrestling room. Just being relaxed, not having to be there and train was something that I really felt good about. And I just felt like, you know what, man, thinking about it, I think I can do this. If I put my mind to it, if I lock in, if I'm mentally fresh, physically healthy, I believe I can be an Olympic champion. And that was one of my reasons that I was going to come back if I was. It was because I wanted to know. I don't want to look back 10 years from now and be like, man, that could have been me. Or think, with regret. I was looking at an article on Paul Pierce. If you guys don't know who that is, that's the basketball players. And in the background, of the picture, it said, "What hurts more, the pain of regret or the pain of hard work?" And I don't really want to know that pain of regret. So I'd rather, put in the hard work, sacrifice some things, and see where I land.
It's, to my eyes and what I'm seeing from your past experience, you have just continually grown your style. You've gone from a 6th place to 4th place to national champion. One could say you're in your peak form at this point.
I hope I can get there. I think I had a great NCAA tournament. I think I learned a lot from it still. And I think there's another level for me to get to. And I'm excited to train under Trent Paulson, and then again along with, Deron Wynn, Angel Escobedo. Those guys, have been on the stage, have been on the international stage for the past, couple years, and I can learn from them. But then getting into the environment where I'm focused in training is like a real big part of my life. I think it can take me to that, top part of that stand in Rio.
And that stand in Rio is what's beckoning all young men and women that are competing right now. They surely are seeing this as an opportunity. We go back to the NCAAs if we can. You outscored your opponents 38-11, Kyven. And a lot of those 11, those were given up points. In other words, you let somebody get up, and it wasn't necessarily that they scored on you. You don't necessarily like to be scored on, do you?
No, I think that's one of the things I pride myself on is being having great defense. But then again, I think showing that I can wrestle offensive. I think that's something that freestyle might suit me maybe even a little bit better. I don't know if I necessarily enjoy folk style as much as freestyle. I always thought freestyle was funner.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a word.
Well, it must be fun.
I've always enjoyed freestyle more. So I'm excited to see how my style and how my skills and work ethic will how far they'll take me in freestyle.
What is your freestyle experience in big tournaments?
Big tournaments, I won FILA Cadet, won FILA Juniors my first year in college. I actually won it with a torn shoulder. But other than that, I haven't wrestled freestyle the past couple of years except for in the room. So, I think there'll be a learning curve, but I'm willing to put in the time and the effort and prepare myself to step that up and try to speed things up from a growth standpoint as quick as I can.
If you look back at that 2009 FILA Cadet year where you were the cadet national champ at 85 kilos, that's not too far a stretch weight-wise, but you were also a double state champ in Greco and freestyle. So we just have to dip back into the well of knowledge that you were able to obtain at the time, and now you get to be refined and defined within freestyle by Kyven Gadson. I think that's a pretty cool opportunity.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to again be in the same room as Coach Jackson. And when I was growing up, my brother had a poster on his door of Kyven Gadson after he had won Barcelona in '92, and so that was something I saw a lot growing up as a kid, not knowing I would wrestle for him, and then even compete for him in the Cyclone Wrestling Club, and technically the head coach is Trent Paulson. Not knowing I would be wrestling for those guys is very exciting for me, and it's kind of like a dream come true. But hopefully the dream's not over.
Is there a specific reason why you chose freestyle and not Greco, or is that yet to be determined?
I think I chose freestyle because I like to attack the legs. I can wrestle upper body, but I like shooting doubles too. So it's something that I think suits me really well. I like wrestling around Greco. In the room and stuff like that, trying to get some skills because I think there's a lot of skills that transfer over. So I've enjoyed practicing it and trying to again grow myself in that area, just so I think I can make myself a little bit more dangerous when it comes to freestyle if I have those skills that translate well from Greco.
You're a stunning addition to the Cyclone Wrestling Club, and you've mentioned some of the guys that are on the club that are getting a benefit from being a Cyclone Wrestling Club member. What do you think the Cyclone Faithful, the Cyclone Wrestling Club itself, and then the Cyclone Faithful that support the team by coming to the regular dual meet matchups and things like this, what do you think their response is going to be upon hearing this news?
Hopefully it's excitement. I really want to bring another gold medal back to Ames, Iowa. We do have a little bit of a legacy of doing that, and I want to be one of the next ones to bring one back to Ames, Iowa. And I hope they're excited for me, and hopefully there'll be a little bit more ice cream at the end of this trip.
Well, the Cyclone golf outing's in Council Bluffs this Friday, and I'm going to guess this will be a hot topic in Council Bluffs.
I hope so. And I actually will not be in attendance. I'll be in Naperville, Illinois at Overtime Wrestling with one of my family friends, Kerry Bowman, doing a wrestling camp and picking his brain. He was a Olympic alternate in 2000. And so I'm really excited to go down there, spend some time with him. He also was part of my dad's coaching staff at Eastern Michigan University, where my dad was the head coach up there. So I think I have a lot of great people in my corner that'll help support me, help guide me, and give me the knowledge that they have so that I'll be ready when the time comes. And also, my faith is a huge part of me, and I think that'll help me also.
Kyven Gadson, our guest, they call him Showtime, and there's a lot of reasons for that. It's not just how he wrestles, but how he walks through life. He's got a great and strong faith. It was just a couple of years ago when we lost your father. I will ask you this, not necessarily knowing what your response will be, but what do you think your father would say about this?
If you're going to do it right.
Do it right. Yeah.
I know you know the story about when we were kids, me and my sister and myself, when we were kids, and he made us put the dishes, take all the dishes out and clean them because there was a dirty dish in his cupboard. So he's about doing things right the first time, and so I think he would say, if you're going to do it right, Jack.
Yeah, you were on the phone with me. You were on the phone with me doing an interview, and I said, what are you doing? And you said, I'm having to rewash the dishes. I said, why is that? And you said, because I didn't rinse them thoroughly, so I'm having to rewash all the dishes.
Yeah, all the dishes in the house.
Yeah.
I like to use paper plates now and plastic forks.
That's good. All right, favorite flavor of ice cream for you?
Chocolate chip cookie dough is my favorite flavor. Like I said, my favorite piece of ice cream, though, is a Big Bopper by Wells Blue Bunny. So hopefully they hear this and they get the message.
Somebody from Iowa State Marketing has got to call Blue Bunny. Has got to call Blue Bunny and say, you got to, somebody from the Cyclone Wrestling Club. How about that? What about the Cyclone Wrestling Club director? You should make that a task and say, hey, let's get on this, because you can put that on your singlet, I think.
I'll put it right in the mid-back, mid-front, whatever they want, as long as I can get some free ice cream out of it. I think my momager is working on it. I appreciate her a lot. She's done a lot for me, obviously, as more people can see. You know, my mom's been there for me. Our relationship has grown since the passing of my father, and I really appreciate her and all that she's done for me.
Kyven Gadson makes the announcement today on his birthday that he will be contending for the 97-kilo spot on the Olympic team for competition in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, as part of Team USA. He's joined us today to make the announcement. Kyven, we appreciate you taking the time to do that, and it's very special being able to share this next step with you. We love you, buddy, and congratulations on making the decision. The hard work starts now.
It started, baby, but thank you.
All right, congratulations, partner. We appreciate you joining Tony and I this morning.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tony, and thank you, Showtime.
You got it, buddy. Happy birthday.
23.
Our guest of the Nike Hot Seat today, a 23-year-old, Kyven Gadson, on the announcement that he will make a run for an Olympic berth on the team that'll be competing at the Brazil Olympic Games. Kyven, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
For all of us at Takedown Media, I'm Scott Casper. For Tony Hager, have a good one, everybody.